What up YouTube, Salvador Briggman here. Welcome back to the Crowdfunding Demystified YouTube channel. And on this channel, we talk about crowdfunding. We get into how to raise money online for a business, for a creative project, really for your passion. And I want to get into today specifically a template that you can use for assembling your Indiegogo campaign page and also the stuff that you're going to need for that page. Let's start with the visual component of a Indiegogo campaign page. The first thing that you have with your Indiegogo campaign page is you have a title. This title is basically what people are going to see when they come to your campaign. It's the first thing that's going to give them an idea of what this is about. We'll get into some tips for that. You also have a subtitle. This is sort of expanding on the title. You have a pitch video. Ideally, I mean, you better have a pitch video. And then you have over here, rewards. These are things you offer. You might have a featured perk, different rewards that you're offering there. Then you have some more information about whatever this company is. Let's just say this is your logo. And you have some stuff about like the overview of the project there, what people are getting. And finally, you have the campaign page. And this campaign page goes through all the nitty-gritty of this project that you're creating on Indiegogo. So I want to talk a little bit about the structure here. So for the title, I highly recommend, I'll say two things. Number one, you want to have the name of the product or the company in this title, because this is a really good SEO opportunity for you in the future. And also you want to obviously brand the title that way. So you want the name of the product, and you also want to say, what does it do? Or what's the biggest benefit? What is the promise? You don't want to just like try to describe this product. I've had a lot of students come to me with coaching, and they'll show me the title that they have, and it doesn't really engender any kind of interest. Like for example, like I have a square water bottle here. A really boring title would just be to describe what it looks like. That this is a square water bottle. Like this is a water bottle. That is really boring. If you're just describing the functionality of it, really, or what it is, or you can drink water out of this. Like you want to try and sell with your title. So maybe you can hydrate yourself 3 times faster with this water bottle, or whatever it is that basically the benefit is that someone's drawing is you recharge your energy, or you're able to talk longer, or it really fills you with vitality and energy. Like you want to try and think about and brainstorm. And this isn't like a silver bullet that you have. That's a great grand idea that you have. What I do when I'm putting together a campaign page, and I do this for my clients, is I'll come up with a series of different titles that they can choose from. And that's also an intellectual exercise for me, is I want to think about, okay, what are the ways that I can state these benefits? Or what are the ways that I can come up with to sort of state this? So an example of this would be the Hypnos Indiegogo campaign, which I worked on, and the title we came up with was Hypnos, a self-learning sleep mask to stop snoring. It analyzes and gently corrects you or your partner's sleeping patterns, wake up feeling refreshed. Paraphrase, that's kind of what the subtitle was. So the first part being Hypnos, we include the name of the product there, and then getting into what this is. It's a self-learning sleep mask. That tells you a lot already. And what's it for? It stops snoring. People are always trying to ask, like, what is this product for? What am I going to use it for? So make sure that you have either the benefit or the promise of what it does, stopping snoring in this case, in the title. The subtitle is an opportunity to sort of expand on this promise or this benefit. So what does it do? Get a little bit more into it. So it analyzes and then it gently corrects automatically, or it helps and stops your partner's sleeping patterns, or you can talk about the future. So what does the future look like with when this product is eliminated? You wake up feeling refreshed. That's the image. That's what you're selling. You're not selling necessarily this like hyper technologically cool sleep mask. You're selling to people, hey, do you want to wake up feeling refreshed? So you can also use the title to expand on this and to emotionally pull people to that result that your product basically is promising. I want to take a second to introduce you to the sponsor of today's video, and that is Fulfillment. Fulfillment is a turnkey solution for helping you get the products out there to your customers and to your backers. Whether you're doing a Kickstarter campaign or an Indiegogo campaign, eventually you're going to have to do order fulfillment and get those rewards out there into the hands of your backers. So what these guys do is they basically offer a streamlined service for you, and they take all that headache away. I highly recommend outsourcing this element of your campaign because it's going to make everything easier in the future. If you want to learn more about Fulfillment, I'm going to include a link down below in the description of this YouTube video. But in addition, you can also check it out on the web at fulfillrite.com, and you can learn more there. Thanks for listening, and let's get back to the video. The video for your Indiegogo campaign, this is probably one of the most important. I would put this as like #1 that you should be thinking about, because this is the first thing that people are going to see when they come to your campaign page. And if it's too long, they're going to tune out. It's going to be really boring for them. They're not going to stick around to watch the entire video. And as a result, they're probably not going to read through the rest of the campaign page. If it's too short, it's not enough to actually influence someone and evoke those emotions that you want to get them to be like, wow, this looks really freaking cool. Like, I want to learn more about this. I would say a pretty good sweet spot here is like 3.5 minutes. And you know, I would say 2.5 to like 4 is usually a good estimation of what you want for the video. I have another YouTube video out there on creating a really great video, but making sure that it's short, it's punchy, there's lots of B-rolls. You also share a little bit of the story. You show people using the product, you show people enjoying the benefits of the product, and basically you show people in different scenarios using this thing, and you want sort of the person who's watching it to imagine themselves also using this and enjoying all those benefits that you're promising in the headline and in the subtitle. I always try to think about like, what are the ways that we can convey the most amount in the shortest possible space. So like, if this is an app that analyzes snoring, how can we show both the mask and also the app like analyzing something in the same image? Because the more you can visually communicate, the faster people are going to be to pick up on what it is you're selling and also how this thing is going to fit into your life. You kind of want like the education phase to be as short as possible, almost like people immediately know, oh, this is what it is, this is how I'm going to use it, and then you want them to get into those other questions like, oh, is this really going to work? Or why is this different than the other things that are out there? You want them to get to that next phase as quickly as possible. You don't want them to be, after watching the video and after seeing all this other stuff, being like, so what is this thing? Or like, how do I use this thing? Or who is this for? You want to get those questions off really quickly. I'll use the summary here just to literally restate some of the different benefits, what it is for, and sort of the results that you can expect, or the promises, the before and after, if you will, when you actually use this product. That's usually how I use the sub here. Next, it comes to the actual campaign text. The campaign text is basically going to be broken up by different headlines, and these headlines sort of they draw the reader's attention to different facets of the project. So it's very rare that you're going to have someone who just comes and like reads every single word of the campaign page and looks through every single image. More often than not, what they're going to do is they're going to browse this initial section of the campaign, get a sense of like what this product is and such, and then they're going to skip to the section that is most emotionally evocative to them, or the question that they have in their mind. So like, let's just say with this, the Hypnose campaign, I have a question like, okay, is this going to work for me if I sleep on my side? Or is this going to work for sleep apnea? Or is this going to work for me if I only, if I have disruptive sleep? Like, how will this analyze my sleep? What if I'm sleeping, I don't know, on this particular type of mattress? Or, what if X, Y, and Z? What if I have an iPhone? Does it work for iPhone or Android? I'm usually going to have a question, or questions are going to come to my mind, thoughts are going to come to my mind. I'm going to sort of scan this for the answer to that question. So you want to use the headlines to, #1, transition the reader through the sale. Like, what are the benefits? Why do you need this? How is it different? What is the functionality? All these different things. But you also want to make it easy for them to see, oh, okay, I want to check out the specs. Like, I'm just going to go right to the specs section. Or who actually is behind this project? I'm going to go right to the team section. You're using this to put together a sales page, it's called in like internet marketing terms. This sales page, it's okay if it's super long. I would actually recommend having like around a 2,000 word campaign page with really evocative GIFs and images. In addition to these headlines, you're going to have GIFs, you're going to have images, you're going to maybe have even more video that like expands on this. But basically, you're trying to educate and also arouse emotions as much as possible. And you're doing that with evocative videos and evocative visuals, and also the headlines, good design, so people know you care about this. You're putting effort into this. This is something that when you actually get the product, when they get the product, it's actually going to be a good product that they're going to want to have. It's going to be aesthetically pleasing. Finally, let's talk a little bit about the rewards that you're offering. The way that I like to think about the rewards is kind of like you have different images of the rewards, and you have the pricing, all of that kind of stuff. I always like to think that you want to make the person feel like they're getting a good deal. You always want to make it the customer, the backer, feel like they're getting something for an exclusive price. They're getting it for the best possible price, and this is because they're taking a lot of risk with you, quite frankly. Like, you're not going to ship this to them in 2 days the way you might buy on Amazon. You're going to take some time to get this actually on their doorstep where they could actually buy this and sample the product. So try to make people feel, when it comes to the rewards, that they're getting a really good deal, and always draw their attention back with the naming of the rewards, etc., to the value or the benefit that they're getting, if possible, with those rewards, and making sure that the pricing is something that can stand on its own. Obviously, like you need, in the future, you're going to need to have to take into account like retailers and the other costs that come in, but you also want to think about, for your own campaign, how is this going to affect the pricing when it comes to being able to spend money with your advertising budget, being able to fulfill in these rewards, the other costs and stuff that are available, because you also don't want to go on the other side of offering rewards for too little, and then you end up in the red because you don't have enough money to pay for all of the different expenses. So you need like a happy medium there, but you definitely should not be searching for like incredible profit margins. Remember, crowdfunding is a way to get a product in the world and to gather an initial base of raving fans, and from there you can continue to release new products. So that's what I would recommend there when it comes to the rewards. This is a very basic overview of a template for Indiegogo. Again, I recommend go and check out the example Indiegogo campaign in the description of this YouTube video, and you can also, if you are interested, book a coaching call with me if you want to discuss me putting together your campaign page and getting more into the actual structure there. I hope you enjoyed this YouTube video and you took a lot away from it, that it was valuable to you as you're gearing up to the launch of an Indiegogo campaign or another type of crowdfunding campaign. If you haven't yet, go and dive into the archives of this YouTube channel. Go and watch some of my other videos. Give me a thumbs up if you like the videos. Would always appreciate a share on social media, and also hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications if you want more videos from me, so I can continue to get you up to speed on some of those best practices. I have a lot of great content coming your way, so I urge you to subscribe. Again, my name is Sal, and I will see you next time.